Welcome back. Joining us on the show now is Kunal Shah. He's head of commodities and currencies at Nirmal Bang. Thank you, Kunal, for joining us. And I want to start with precious metals because we did see previous week as a great one. I mean, it was 5% of a jump up in gold, which was the best weekly gain in perhaps 2 years. It hasn't held on there.
Yeah, so we've seen one of the major reasons for gold to rally was the geopolitical escalation of the geopolitical scenario, especially what has been happening with Russia and NATO and the exchange of words. So Russia has been quite aggressive about using new missiles, and there has been a constant confrontation, and that has led to a built-in geopolitical premium. Remember, we've seen rally in gold futures by more than $160 of rally with a stronger dollar. So dollar index in the month of September was trading at 99.70. And from there, it has rallied to 108. And we have seen, even with the stronger dollar, gold prices have really rallied by more than $150. So today is a day where we have seen a profit taking. There has been also news that there is a possibility of a ceasefire between Hamas and Israel, and that is also adding to a weak sentiment right now. So my view is still bullish on gold, but expecting a correction or profit taking, whatever terminology you want to put into. I see a bottom placed at $25.80. Even though the dollar remains strong, the entire gold trade is shifted to the east, is shifting towards east, is shifting towards BRICS blocks. The Western investors or the Western central banks are not buying gold, and the BRICS economies are continuously buying gold. They want to come up with a gold-backed currency. So it's a push and pull scenario where the West is buying Bitcoin and the entire East is buying gold and continue to remain long in gold. So the outlook doesn't change. There is going to be a pause or profit taking, whatever you want to put it in that way. We are near December. We are going to see money managers taking profit because they've made huge handsome amount of money in gold in last 1 year, 1.5 years. So some profit taking on the cards. It can go down to 26.20, 26.30 kind of levels on COMEX. As far as India is concerned, for the December contract, it can go down to 75,800 to 76,000. But those are the levels where I would again recommend investors to start accumulating. The trajectory of gold for the 2025 still remains very positive. We are of the view that gold will test $3,000 in the year 2025. So this correction or this short-term trend is something, one should make a use of it and start accumulating.
All right, we hear you, Kunal, buying into gold. And yes, this year has been quite phenomenal, almost 30% up in this year until now, and further gains anticipated. How are you also looking at the industrial metals now? Because the street is looking out for what the Trump administration will do as soon as the next year begins, whether it is about tariffs or taxes or inflation. How are you looking at all of that uncertainty, and what's your sense, or what strategies are you making for base metals?
So my clear view is bullish. So there are a lot of uncertainties. There are lots of ifs and buts. What if, what not? China will grow, it won't grow. But the intent of China is very clear. By cutting the export duty rebates, what they have been giving to their exporter, they have made it very clear to the world that they want the supply squeeze to take place outside China, and they are okay if there is a glut within the China, because the state enterprises, they have already given permission to the state enterprise to roll over their debts. So I think the state enterprise will come into the picture and start buying metals. So that is to reduce the domestic glut in China. Ex-China, even though right now there is a news that Rusal is going to cut its aluminum production by 250K because there is a shortage of alumina. So alumina prices have risen from 3,500 yuan per ton to 5,300 yuan per ton. So there is a shortage of alumina. Earlier, the cost of alumina was to produce aluminum was 25%. Now it is 50%. So all these base metals are going to move up, just a matter of time. Markets are waiting for what Trump is going to come up with, what kind of tariff, what Trump is going to come for China. And that's the only uncertainty in the market. But the trajectory from here is up, and especially aluminum. So with today, I think 10 minutes back only there is a news that Rusal is going to cut the production of aluminum. This is very bullish, and I'm expecting, aluminum prices to shoot up from here, at least by another 5 to 8% rally in aluminum. Second favorite will be copper. Copper around 800 rupees is a good value buy. Even though the Chinese real estate market continues to suffer, but we feel that whatever China is doing, their intent is to their intent will eventually turn out to be higher metal prices. So go long in metals. It's looking very bullish to me.
Well, if this year has anything to go by, we have seen higher metal prices, and going forward, the way the China is strategizing the whole thing, even before Trump is taken over, looks like the metal prices could go higher further from here. Kunal, as always, thank you so much for joining us. So that's buy gold, buy silver, buy metals, as well as a call coming in from Nirmal Bang. But with that, let's go for a short break. We will get you more on markets and stock specifics on the other side.